A true story from Siem Reap Province. This story happened in Siem Reap Province, Cambodia. My older brother, Din, told me the reason my mother was attacked by an Aap. The woman responsible was grandmother Phi, who later became an Aap. In the beginning, she was not an Aap at all. In 1989, my brother Din had already been born. At that time, my father fell in love with another woman who was about 30 or 40 years old. She later became his second wife, grandmother Phi. However, my father rarely stayed with her. He continued living with his first wife, my mother. Because of this, the second wife became deeply resentful and jealous. She could not accept the situation, and slowly filled her heart with hatred. Eventually, she decided to use dark magic against my family. Soon after, my mother became seriously ill. Painful sores appeared all over her mouth, and she could not eat anything. Her throat was badly inflamed, and her fingernails and toenails became swollen and extremely painful. Every finger and toe hurt. While my mother was suffering, my father became heartbroken and stressed. He too fell ill from worry. My older sister Net decided to take our mother to the hospital. The doctors examined her but found nothing wrong. They only gave her medicine to clean the wounds and sent her home. Still worried, my sister then took my mother to see a Khmer traditional healer. After examining her, the healer said, "Your mother has been cursed. This is a killing spell. If she remains untreated for another month, she will die." The healer also knew who had done it. My sister begged him to save our mother and asked him to perform a ritual to send the curse back to the person who cast it. The healer agreed. After completing the ritual, he said, "The spirit who carried out the curse has already died. But the person who hired it will not die. She may go mad or lose her sanity instead." After the ritual, my mother slowly recovered and returned to normal life. About 10 days later, the second wife walked past our house. She stopped, looked at my mother, and spoke calmly, asking casually if my mother had gone anywhere. My mother, unaware, invited her inside. They talked normally, and the woman left without incident. Nothing happened that day. But sometime later, after my father passed away, something strange occurred. On the day of his funeral, the second wife came again. But this time she was different. She arrived covering herself with a krama scarf, her appearance strange and unsettling. And that was when everyone realized she was no longer just a woman. She had truly become an Aap. They made sure she was never exposed to sunlight while she stayed inside the house. Not long after arriving, she walked to the kitchen and told the cook, "Save 2 chicken thighs for me. I'll come back to cook them later." No one paid much attention to her behavior. She took the chicken thighs and walked back to her house. The way she walked looked like someone afraid of sunlight. But still, no one suspected anything. Later, my mother sold the land and moved to live in a new place. After living on the new land for about 1 month, she fell ill again. This time there were no visible sores, but she slowly lost her strength day by day. One day, the second wife, Aap grandmother Phi, came to visit and ask about her health. No one stopped her. She came in normally and brought 2 bottles of soy milk, saying, "Drink this soy milk so you'll have more strength." At that time, my mother did not know that the second wife was an Aap. No one in the family knew either. My mother drank the soy milk without suspicion. Then the second wife said to my brother Din, "I want to stay and look after your mother for 2 or 3 days before going home. Is that okay?" The family agreed. Din thought that, after all, she was still his father's wife and had a child who was also his sibling. Important note: my sister Net, the one who had taken our mother to see the healer before, already knew something was wrong. The healer had described the person responsible, but never directly said it was the second wife. He only mentioned physical features such as height and appearance. Because of this, the family never realized the truth. While staying in the house, Aunt Phi cooked all the food. No one knew what she might have put into the meals. Everyone ate her food except Din. He never ate anything she cooked, because he had never trusted her food from the beginning. Strangely, everyone in the family began to change. They all started to love Aunt Phi deeply, even Sister Net, who began calling her mother. Din became confused and wondered why everyone suddenly adored her so much. Meanwhile, his real mother became seriously ill. She grew weaker until she could only lie down, drooling and unable to speak properly. One night, very late after everyone had fallen asleep, Din noticed that the back kitchen door was open. He walked quietly to check and peeked through the window. What he saw made his blood run cold. Under a tree outside, he saw Aunt Phi. He didn't know what she was doing, but beneath the tree was a chicken with its chest split open, feathers still on, blood everywhere. It hadn't been properly cleaned, just ripped open. Terrified, Din covered his face and ran back inside. He told the family everything he had seen. His brothers immediately knew, "That's an op." "Are you sure?" Din said. "I'm absolutely sure." They tested her by asking casually, "Aunt Phi, where did the chicken from the coop go?" She replied calmly, "I don't know." They went to check, but everything had already been cleaned and arranged neatly. There was nothing suspicious left. Soon after, Aunt Phi said she was going home, and she left as if nothing had happened. After she was gone, Din's mother began to show signs of becoming an op's heir. She suddenly said, "My children, I'm craving chicken." Then she asked for cow's blood. Din became terrified. His mother was acting strangely, no longer herself. He immediately took her to see another healer. The healer said, "There is op energy surrounding your house. There is an op inheritance attached to your mother." Fearing what his mother might become, Din rushed her to the healer's home so he could examine her further. And that was when the fight for her soul truly began. The healer immediately knew that my mother was about to inherit the op spirit. The op was already trying to pass itself into her body. The healer prepared a ritual. He took rice and a special sacred herb used to break op curses. He crushed the herb together with the rice and placed it firmly on top of my mother's head. Suddenly, my mother lost consciousness. Her body began to convulse violently. Her eyes rolled around, staring in different directions. She started coughing uncontrollably, and something unknown began coming out of her mouth. The healer reached into her mouth and pulled something long out. My mother began drooling heavily. The healer said, "The op curse is still inside her." He continued chanting and blowing sacred incantations. Suddenly, my mother took a deep breath, as if her soul had returned to her body. She cried out, "My children, please help me." The healer reassured everyone. "She's safe now. The curse has been removed. They can no longer harm her." When they returned home, my mother told everyone everything she had experienced. She said that from the day Aunt Phi arrived, she did not know where those spells and dark magic came from. Aunt Phi had given her the soy milk to drink. After drinking it, she felt strange and could barely speak. On the second night, my mother saw Aunt Phi remove her head. She saw her reach into her own neck, twist it with a cracking sound, and lift it out. Her eyes stared directly at my mother. My mother said she was completely paralyzed. She couldn't move or scream. Her neck felt tight, as if something was squeezing it. She felt burning pain, and red marks appeared as if her neck was about to snap, but it never broke. Aunt Phi only wanted her to see. At that moment, my mother knew for certain she was an op. After hearing this, Din and Sister Net controlled their fear and went to the healer again, asking him to destroy Aunt Phi completely. The healer agreed. He performed a powerful ritual. He placed bamboo thorns around the steps, poured candle wax mixed with holy water, and chanted sacred Pali verses. Soon after, Aunt Phi ran to the healer's house crying and begging for mercy. She admitted her guilt and asked to be released. The healer questioned her. "Who taught you to become an app? Who taught you these dark rituals?" Aunt Phi confessed. "At first, I was not an op. I asked a female sorcerer to perform a ritual for me. She gave me enchanted wax to eat and rub on my body. That's how I became an op," she continued. "I did not personally make your mother inherit the op. The sorcerer used me. She told me to give your mother soy milk. Inside the soy milk, the sorcerer had placed rusted iron nails from the cooking stove, broken into pieces, mixed with hair and sacred ritual objects, then sealed it inside before giving it to my mother to drink. She said, "The sorcerer told me that if I didn't pass the op inheritance to someone else, I would fully transform into an op myself." So I obeyed. The family was horrified. They never imagined such cruelty and evil could exist. In the end, the healer warned them, "All the women in your family must be extremely careful. If you are careless, the op inheritance ritual can be forced onto you again." This story remains a warning that jealousy, hatred, and dark magic can destroy families, and that some evil does not die easily.